The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
Boopy-doop-a-boop. I said boopy-doopy-boop, and you reply with
Boop.
boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-boop.
Bop.
It's really good. It's really good.
That's how they did music in the 20s.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop.
Boo boo bop bop beep boo bop bop.
Shibby-da-bop-bip-sip-bip-bip-boo-boo. Is that scatting?
Scatting with. Isn't that poop though?
Shibby-da-bop-bop-bop-bop-bop.
Scat is poop too.
Scat is poop.
Right?
Animal scat. There's scat films, which is pornography I've not watched ever. I don't like
You've
that
just
one
seen
bit.
the thumbnails.
Yeah. Oh, wait, that was on the Patreon show, right? What we talked about? It was. It was, right?
Yeah.
That was the Patreon show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we're not going to talk about it here. If you want to know what we're even remotely alluding to, which I don't want to speak about any further, you can watch our last episode on patreon.com/rareformradio. Boy, was it embarrassing at the end. Huh? You trying to...
Yeah, I was trying to remember what it patreon.com/rareformradio.
That's the one.
You talked to us the whole time like this with your eyes closed because you were so embarrassed.
I was sort of... It wasn't an admission, was it? I wasn't admitting something. I was more telling you something that I've experienced, that I was embarrassed that I had experienced. And it was probably 8 or 9 minutes of me speaking with my eyes closed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm actually surprised they're open now.
Yeah, that's maybe you should.
The shame is still deep within inside me.
I'm sure you might close them in a little bit.
You think so?
Maybe.
I mean, you don't know what some of the stuff we're about to talk about. It might be eye clothing inducing.
Eye clothing?
Eye clothing. I'm so tired. I can't explain how tired I am. Like right now, when you're listening to this, it is probably the middle of October. Wait a minute. Let's see here. I'm gonna see when this airs. I might be in Boston as you're listening to this.
Please come to Boston. She said no. Won't you come home to me?
I really like when you sing out of nowhere. What's that one?
Out of nowhere.
You don't know that song?
I don't think so.
California ain't from... Wait, hold on. It's an old song. Why do you not know that? You guys are from... Hold on.
Well, she's technically not from Boston.
Please come to Boston.
So when you're listening to this episode, I'm already on tour. Should be, for most of you, it's the 13th of October, and I am currently in Uncasville, Connecticut at Mohegan Sun Casino.
Crazy.
Where a lot of
there.
white trash go.
Aww.
Look, is that not true?
I don't know.
You can't play it on the air. What the fuck's the matter with you? I don't know that song. I prefer when you sing it.
Okay. Well,
Top to bottom, please. From the top. Heidi Van Turbulence.
Oh, it's already in my library because it's so fucking good.
Sing it.
Also, the turbulent
Please
thing was from
come
our
to
Patreon
Boston.
episode.
Wait,
Oh, yeah. Good call.
And she said, hey, rambling boy, won't you settle down? Boston ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. No?
Who is this?
Dave Loggins. Remember, is it? And she said, hey, rambling boy, why don't you settle down? Denver ain't... And he goes to all these towns. Like, he's like... please come to LA to live forever. California life alone is just too hard to build.
Mama, take this badge from me.
Similar.
Same, yeah. Hey, rambling boy, why don't you settle down?
Anymore.
LA can't be your kind of town.
It's getting dark to see.
Scooby-Doo-Bop-Bop-Boo-Boo.
Feel like I'm knocking on Heidi's door.
Like I go
Knock, knock, knocking on Heidi's door.
ain't home, go away, yeah.
Knock, knock, knocking on Heidi's door.
I'm so tired, stop knocking.
Knock, knock, knocking on Heidi's door.
Not gonna answer it, watching Vampire Diaries.
And that's what you get on this podcast. Freeform covers of Guns N' Roses
don't know that
covering
song?
Bob Dylan and Heidi working in a little scat action.
But you don't know,
I don't
know that
know.
song?
Still don't.
Hey, Ramblin'. Please
Still don't.
Come to Boston. She said no. Oh, you guys should
Baby
listen
said to go to rehab, Boston, and I said no.
You know,
Hey,
I saw.
hey,
Oh, did you get a new Yeti?
that's what I'm about to show off to the people.
Get out.
I lost mine at work.
What?
Yeah, I better be there when I get back.
Probably not the way they treat
Ooh,
The
that
first
is
one I got, the white one I
lovely.
got, someone else had lost it at work, or I stole it from them. Yeah, the one I had before was a bit large. This one feels more
That's a good size.
suitable for me.
seen it in action
It's more masculine, I think.
I like the
It's not
color,
big white-
too.
Black? Yeah. It's pretty fancy. It is kind of nice. Here, hold it. See what you think of it.
Oh, it's so
Easy,
much
easy. Not so fast, not so
better.
fast.
Oh, I want this one. Mine is too big. Mine's like yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do like the bottom of it so it can fit in your
Yeah.
car.
But
Yeah.
then that
This one does too.
that does.
Yes. Can I tell a story? So this thing is maybe 4 hours old. I've had it for 4 hours.
Wow.
So I took it off and I was watching it. And if you're watching on YouTube, I don't need to explain this, but if you're listening, there's a little like magnet. What do you call this? A sliding.
I
The,
didn't know
the
it
thing
was
that
a magnet.
closes it. Yeah, you can pull it right off.
A tab almost.
Yeah, it's a tab. And I washed the whole thing and I dried it on our stove. And I
On your
stuck.
stove?
Yeah, I tipped up upside down on like
Oh.
the burner just so it can drain out. You know.
Oh, I have a story. Go. Yeah.
Yeah.
go on. Yeah.
So I put it there.
Oh.
I took the top off. I put the actual cup upside down so it could drain out. And this little magnetic tab, I kind of stuck to the side of the stove. So
The side-
I walk into
side of the
okay of the burner, whatever on the metal it's a magnet. I stuck to the side of the burner. So I go in to grab it to fill it up. And I see that Darren is cooking something on the stove. And I see that the cup is moved and the top is moved, but I don't see the magnet tab anywhere. So I look and it is engulfed in flames.
Oh my God. Wait. I have chills. Go
Why?
on.
Okay. So she turns the stove off. I was able to pull the tab off. It's a bit melted. So 4 hours in and my beautiful thing is already destroyed.
But it's still working, right? It's still
Well, I had to replace the tab with my old Yeti tab.
Oh.
So it's a bit of a
Wait.
nightmare around here.
Wait a second. I'm not even fucking kidding. I can't believe I forgot to start off with this. This morning, I woke up and my throat hurt a little bit.
Sorry about that.
That's so gross. I was like, I thought you were saying sorry because you're like.
I am. What are you
you're
thinking
spreading
about?
Around. Ew.
What the fuck are you guys thinking about?
Weird.
Disgusting.
So my like I had a little like I was like, oh, I must have been like
I have a sore throat as well.
sleeping with my mouth open or something. You know what I mean? Like that. Like, so I had to go move my car. So I went and I moved my car and I came back in
For a sip.
and it's good. And I have a kettle. What do you call that? Is it a kettle?
A teapot? A kettle?
A teapot.
No, kettle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
a
we don't know
kettle.
what she's referring to.
Yeah, it's a teapot, but
It could be a pot.
It's a teapot,
She
like
meant
a
like
kettle.
this. So
yeah.
I thought
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
handle. And
Same thing. Aren't they the same thing? A
Yes,
kettle and
yeah.
teapot are the same thing.
we're all good. Teapot's like antiquated.
No, let's break
a
this
tea
down
kettle.
further.
A tea kettle. A kettle pot. And unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that the whistle thing was broken on mine.
I hate that fucking thing.
So I turned it on, still kind of like half asleep because I moved my car, drove my car like half. I was tired, and I turned it on. The next thing I know, oh my God, I woke up to the smell of like some like plastic burning, like
Hey.
paint burning. I fucking fell asleep, forgot about the fucking teapot. It was in flames on the bottom of it. The water was all gone.
Oh, everything
and it was-
evaporated and it was just
and it was
cooking.
on. Yes.
The
I
actual
could
kettle
have.
was
Yeah, I
on
could have
fire.
fucking died.
You could have.
But how weird is that?
That is
that
weird.
was the
We both
same-
had fire stay and both were started by women. I mean, that's a lesson in there somewhere. Is anyone surprised, really?
But I had to open up all my windows and like I.
Next
I
time, ask your
finally-
boyfriend to help, okay?
I finally, we
Yeah.
don't live together, but I finally, I had to throw my pot away, and I walked outside because it smelled so fucking bad, like toxic.
Yeah. Yeah.
One
Holy
time I
shit.
set.
Hey,
like,
here's the burn stuff inside your
Jesus
house.
Christ.
Ow.
I set like I had cooked something, used multiple burners, and then I was putting it into like a Pyrex that had a plastic top on it, and they're like color coded based on size. And I just was like, just had to put the top over, wherever, and I put it right onto a burner. And we have gas burners, so it's like that like asterisk shape, so it just melted into the asterisk. Just
my God.
red plastic. I was like,
That smell.
That smell of burning plastic is so
very
specific.
specific.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, have you ever soldered? Like use a soldering iron?
Yeah, my husband was he welded he did art with welding.
Okay.
And so that
Similar kind of
smell,
thing,
he
yeah.
did some little things like he did these roses that were all like soldered.
On
like
tour, we solder like instrument cables all the time. And you really should wear a mask when you're doing it, but
yeah.
every time you do it, you solder, and there's these quick little puffs of smoke, and at least once per cable, you like breathe in that entire stream of freshly. It's metal smoke.
Oof. Well, that's what I was
cool.
smelling, and the more I think about it, the more I'm like, thank fucking God I woke up,
No fucking shit.
because it could have, and then it would have, because it was on high,
All the
like
things.
high, not like a little low. I was boiling water because my throat hurt, and then I fell back to fucking sleep.
Did you go to bed or did you fall asleep on the couch?
I fell asleep in my. I have a
Or
studio.
standing in the
I
kitchen.
I fell asleep in my bed. So it was and I looked at the time and it was about 30 minutes.
Hola, chica. What time is it?
Hola, chica.
You have the time.
You have the time?
Is that the Patreon show too? Or is that a different show? Who knows
No,
anymore?
that was a
I don't
Listen,
know, but
just
if you
sign
guys
up.
don't
No,
get
that
this
was-
shit, any of this shit,
Just sign up.
for Patreon.
Just
so
sign
you
up for the
can get it.
Patreon. You'll get all of our inside jokes.
Whew.
many.
But
Man,
how weird is
fucking
that? We
life.
both had like
very,
a
very
little-
weird. That is very, very.
I don't
weird.
like it because it's only 2 and things happen in 3s. So what's the fucking next fire? Huh?
Knock on wood. Did I turn
Probably
off all
on
my
the plane
stuff?
that I'm getting on tomorrow.
No,
no, it has
don't
to
say
happen
that.
today.
Don't say that.
What?
It happens to happen today. There's
It does?
clearly well, yeah, I just decided that. I mean,
I'm going
all,
down in
all
flames.
folklore is arbitrary, so it's cool.
All folklore is arbitrary?
Like, fuck, man.
My boyfriend was on when he was 17, his dad had just died, and they had gone somewhere for like a family thing.
How is this going to tie in, do you think? Okay, go ahead.
And
I'm interested.
he was sitting in the aisle because he has issues now with planes. He doesn't mind them, but because he just flew to Greece. He goes all over the world without me.
The pain is real, folks.
Resentment. Doobity-ba-ba-ba.
Come to
We should
resentment.
give him a call sometime on the show, don't you think, Dan?
68% resentment. Inside
Turbulence.
joke from Patreon. Don't tell anyone. Go ahead.
Oh, that was on Patreon. So
Patreon.
Patreon. You our rafting.
Follow us on Patreon. You'll love it. We have a freaking blast. Oh my God, you would love us on patreon.com/us. Do you like the podcast regular? Just imagine that if you're paying for it. It's betterer. You'll fucking cream yourself if you listen to us on Patreon, you dumb sluts. Come on, Heidi, do you spit or swallow, you bitch? Spit, you fucking whore.
God.
I see you swallow. Dirty.
.us/us.
Thank you.
Slash us. I know that was
Thank you.
Patreon.
Patreon.com/us.
For people not watching the show. To be clear, Heidi was taking a sip of her drink while slapping.
Way to ruin the theater of the mind, Darren.
Nope. Gotta be clear.
So he was on a plane, and his mom was. In
Oh
the
my
middle,
God, tell us more. Yeah, go ahead.
And he said that
I forget what we're talking about.
Oh, her.
plane.
It was.
He was on a
I thought it
plane.
was gonna be a tie into folklore, but it's a tie
And
into
well,
plane
it's-
fires. I
it's,
think. Is it both?
It's maybe not folklore, but
This is your your husband?
my husband.
This I can't
Boyfriend.
even remember who's
my
like
boyfriend.
in your
My
boyfriend now.
Yeah, his dad had just died, and they were
Oh,
on
is
a
it- okay.
plane.
Thank you.
And all of a sudden, he said he started to smell that smell, like, and he turned around and there was smoke coming from the back. And
I'd rather not experience that.
And they dropped whoo, and they had to make an emergency landing. They were on the news. Everyone, it was fine. But to this day, when he gets on a plane, when I've flown with him, if it's warm, he's just always like, you guys gotta turn that air up. I can't do it. Like, you gotta turn that air up. But I guess his mom and his sister were fine. They're like, well, if it happens, it happens. Dad just died. And he's like, no, I'm
if
not
it happens,
going
it
down
happens.
like this. Yes.
That's not comforting when you're getting on a plane. If it
No,
happens,
but
it
can
happens.
you imagine? And he said that they dropped so fast because and everybody was.
I told the story a bunch. I was on a plane. I knew for sure was crashing. I knew for sure that my life was over. And my entire life truly flashed before my eyes. In a few seconds, I saw every moment of my life.
Damn.
And then I had this overwhelming sense of peace that, like, okay, it's over. And then we survived, landing in Russia.
Well, and my boyfriend has another story in Russia. Don't fly to Russia. Jesus
come
Christ.
on. I think we know that now.
Yeah, that's
Russia is bad news,
Yeah.
people.
Wow.
Shit.
Oh,
shit.
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. I was reminded of this story recently, and I want to talk about it.
Okay.
Do you remember when Mark Wahlberg stated that he could have stopped 9/11?
What? What?
Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg is my best friend.
Baba Waba.
He's my big brother.
Do you remember Baba Wawa?
No.
Oh, Barbara Walters on
that's who I was-
SNL.
SNL, yeah.
That's what I was trying to be.
Who was doing it?
Was
Not Molly Shannon. Was it
Gilda
Sherry O'Terry?
Radner? No. It was Sherry O'Terry, I think.
Old school.
I think it was old though.
I can picture it.
No, it was Sherry O'Terry.
Jane Curtin?
No.
Sherry O'Terry, I think.
I think it was. Look it up.
Baba Wawa.
Look it up, and I'll prepare what I'm going to read here. What the hell am I doing, Dan? Okay.
Please come to Boston.
All right. Let's do this shit. Okay. Do you have it?
Yeah, it was Sherry O'Terry.
It was, okay.
Yeah.
So Mark Wahlberg, this is from NewYorkMag.com.
What year?
This is from 2012. So it's an old story, but I was reminded of it. Mark Wahlberg is one of many lucky people who nearly ended up on one of the hijacked 9/11 planes. Wahlberg was scheduled to fly on one of the doomed flights from Boston to LA, but decided to leave a week earlier in order to see a friend's movie at the Toronto Film Festival. But Wahlberg has never stopped thinking about what could have been. No, not his tragic, untimely death. Wahlberg thinks he could have defeated the hijackers and landed the plane, according to an online excerpt from an interview in Men's Journal. And what they said was, on being scheduled to be in one of the planes that crashed into the World Trade Center, he said, if I was on that plane with my kids, it wouldn't have went down like it did. There would have been a lot of blood in that first class cabin, and then me saying, okay, we're going to land somewhere safely, don't worry. He later, okay, first of all, let's break down the balls it takes to make a claim like that.
Well, especially because, imagine the people whose families were on that plane. Like, now you're like, I don't know. You just leave it alone and be like, oh, that sucks. Oh, my God, I was almost on that plane.
Okay, it's funny you said
horrible.
that, because in this article right here, it says, sorry, families of the people who died on those flights, if your relatives were a little more like movie actor Mark Wahlberg, if they were braver, stronger, loved their kids more, and most important of all, were supernaturally aware of the hijackers' unprecedented intentions, it could have all worked out.
Right, like they didn't. Can you imagine? I think about that a lot. Like I have this weird empathy thing where when shit like that happens, I think about what they were thinking.
Oh, of course. How do you not? How do you not?
Like, fuck.
The moment you realize,
the phone calls that they.
That's the stuff. I can cry now thinking about it. They're like, just want to let you know that I love you. I don't think we're gonna make it out of this.
Imagine the people that didn't answer their fucking phones and missed
guilt.
the call.
Yep.
And like
Or
Pete Davidson, he lost his dad, was a firefighter.
Or someone that would send you to voicemail in a moment of terror.
Fuck, my boyfriend. Would you do that too?
She did it to me.
Yeah, my boyfriend does it all the time.
I was on a plane thinking it was crashing, and I texted her, and she couldn't be bothered because she was working. But we won't talk
you
about
were
that.
working though. But did
Thanks, Heidi. She was working.
But did you? I mean, did she see it though? Did you get the text?
She did. She did.
Listen, I had just been attacked, and we called him 10 fucking times, and my boyfriend wouldn't answer the phone because he thought, "Oh, I'll see her in a couple minutes."
Yeah.
But I had just been fucking attacked by.
You never know what's going on.
Exactly, and baby, pick up the phone.
Yeah. You never know what's going on.
Anyhow, this is an old news. I wonder if he would say that now, but that's
Well,
kind of a diss.
so
like,
there's an update.
issued an
It said
apology,
that's what I'm about to get to. Wahlberg has issued an apology, and his quote is, "To speculate about such a situation is ridiculous to begin with, and to suggest I would have done anything differently than the passengers on that plane was irresponsible.
There we go.
I deeply apologize to the families of the victims that my answer came off as insensitive. It was certainly not my intention."
Yeah, all
What
right.
exactly was
Mark.
your intention, Mark?
Mark,
Just-
think before you speak, pal.
That was 2012 too. Maybe he was still.
I mean, he
kind
had
of
a-
Still an adult.
he had-
funky
Funky
boys.
bunch.
He had 11 years to think about it before he said that.
That was.
That was
just
11.
recently?
No, that was 11 years after the planes went down.
Oh.
So he'd been thinking that for over a decade.
If I had been on that plane.
Yeah, he probably told everyone at his parties, like, you know, the 9/11 thing, man. I could have stopped it.
I was supposed to be on it.
Yeah, yeah,
But I love that he said in first class.
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Valid
real,
point.
First
real
class.
man of the people.
Valid
Let's
point.
read. I'm gonna read the
Wait,
quote
what
again.
is it? What does it say in first class?
Read
what
it.
Does it
Read
say?
the his whole quote again, please.
If I was on that plane with my kids.
Wait, hold on, Heidi. Can you try to do it with a Boston accent?
Oh God.
Try it. You're trying. You have to try. You've done Irish. You've done
I don't
Australian.
even know what I'm. Like.
Perfect. Just try it.
If I was on that plane with my kids. No, that's Southern.
Southern. Definitely Southern.
I don't know what. I can't. Please don't make me do
It's
it.
okay. Just
It ain't too hard. You just gotta talk real
Hi.
soft.
If I was on that plane with my kids, it wouldn't have went. I can't. If it wouldn't have went down like it did, there would have been a lot of blood in that first class cabin, and then me saying, "Okay, we're gonna land somewhere safely. Don't worry, fucker." And that hold on.
balls.
There would have been a lot of blood in that first class cabin.
Amazing, right?
mean. He wouldn't even go
amazing.
back to like.
What about the middle
He
class? What
wouldn't
about
even
If I was on
go
that plane with my
back to
kids,
regular class.
it wouldn't have gone
That's where
down
it was
like
all
that the way it
going
did.
down.
There would have been a lot of blood in that.
Coach.
I'm trying to do my Marky Mark accent.
That's good.
Did you hear me doing it? It was really good.
Such a good vibration.
That's not him, is it?
Come on. Of course it is.
Isn't that CNC Music Factory?
No.
No, it's such a good vibration.
That's-
You know all the words. What's the
Come on,
verse?
Come on.
Oh, that one I don't know.
Bullshit, you don't.
I don't know that one as well. I can hear
You
it in my
absolutely
head.
do. You know all those songs.
I have to hear them live, and then I can sing.
If I was on that plane with my kids, it wouldn't have went down like it did. There would have been a lot of blood in that first class cabin, and then me saying, "Okay, we're gonna land the plane safely, softly, somewhere. Don't worry." That's.
Softly?
I didn't say.
safely.
I said safely.
Oh.
I fucked it up, but that's kind of how he talks.
I'm like, wait, do you
he
say
talks that
softly?
like that
Yeah.
rapidly.
kind of sporadic. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's how he talks.
One time,
Hey, how are you? Say hi to your mother for me.
I lived in Westwood years ago, and
Heidi's name drop. She isn't afraid.
Anyway,
there was a white like Rolls Royce or Bentley or one of those cars, Aston Martin or whatever it was in
Aston Martin.
Aston Martin was in front of my driveway. Like it wasn't like it was parked with the motor was running. There was a guy in it and his head was bent. So he was like on his phone or whatever. I was trying to turn into my driveway and he looked up and it was Mark
Mark?
Wahlberg.
Heidi's name drop.
And I just looked at him and I was like, and he was like, "Oh, sorry." And I was like, "That's okay." It's
You know
such
what?
a
You ever heard of
good
9/11? Hey, lady. If I was on that plane, it wouldn't have gone down like that.
I love Boogie Nights so much when him and John C. Riley are singing that song.
The
Remember?
heat will
Yeah.
rock you.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
The heat will roll you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel
Feel my heat.
Feel my heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Can we play that scene?
Really loud.
I used to get when Julianne Moore was
I
in
probably
that.
can't.
That's when I would get like told that I look like her, and I'm okay with that.
What's
Can
the
you-
other song
can
they
we see-
sing? Oh.
They had another one.
Give it all you got. Oh God. Oh fuck! Fucking I gotta look it up. I don't think we can play it, but I'm gonna look it up.
And what's her name is really good in the blonde.
Heather Graham?
Heather Graham,
Oh
yeah.
my God, Roller
You're
Girl.
my mom. You're like my mom.
She was like a force. She was like Heather Graham was a big thing then. Remember that?
She's from Wisconsin. Look, I would get
believe
told I look like her when I had makeup on.
I believe it. I see it. What's the other song? This song was actually singing to the track. He will fuck you. Shit. Feel My Heat. There's another one.
Are you sure?
When he goes solo, yes. Let's play a little.
Someone's getting cranky up in here.
You?
No, you are.
I'm getting cranky? Hell no. Hell nah. Give it all you got. Let's play this shit. I don't care if we get sued.
You want to take it from the top?
Yeah, let's try it.
Sister Christian, you're the only one.
It won't play. God damn it. Son of a bitch.
That's in the movie, right?
Yeah. That's the when they're all coked out and they go to
Yeah.
go to make the drug deal and things go a little bit awry. When the kids throwing the firecrackers in the back, that weird. Remember, like the weird little kid throwing firecrackers, and he keeps startling all the guys that are all coked up. Thomas
wow,
Jane.
I gotta watch it again. I don't remember.
Have you seen it?
Which
Boogie Nights.
I think so, but I don't have not a recollection.
I would like to
y'all
watch
have.
that with you.
good.
It's
Yeah,
a
I'd
very,
be down.
very, very good movie.
Yeah, be
So
down.
good.
I watched
Absolutely.
Boogie Nights and Magnolia in the last 6 months, and I always thought Magnolia was so weird. And then I watched it stoned, and I never enjoyed it. I never enjoyed it more.
Oh,
So good.
interesting.
Can I show you guys another wild story?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Was it the one that I sent you?
No, but pull that one up. Get ready for that one.
Yeah.
This was sent in by our listener, and it's from BBC.com, and the headline is "Group Defends Hiring Man as Period Dignity Officer."
I'm sorry, what?
Group defends hiring man as period dignity officer.
Like a period, like a woman's menstrual cycle period officer?
Well, I
does
mean,
it
it's kind of fucked up to say that only women get periods. So would you like to reword that, please?
No, because I'm telling the truth.
A group,
Look at the science.
a group in Tayside, which is in England, I believe, has defended its decision to appoint a man as a period dignity officer. Jason Grant's hiring sparked a heated online debate, with critics saying the job should have gone to a woman. He will work with the area's period dignity working group to implement the legal right to free period products in public settings. Tennis legend Martina Navratilova described it as absurd, while actress Frances Barber says she was fuming.
Yeah, I would have been too.
Susan Dalgety, a newspaper columnist and women's rights campaigner, tweeted, "I have no idea why anyone thought this was a good idea to appoint a bloke." Ian Blackford said a woman would have been better for the role. He told Sky News,
You think?
I think it's important that we get the policy right. I think it's important that we implement it, and I would have thought, as a principle, it would be far better that women are in these posts than anyone else. Oh my God. So this guy had a history, had a former career in marketing and doing these kind of campaigns. But I feel like he kind of shouldn't have got this one.
But wait, what is the actual job? You're bringing attention to women's periods?
It sounded like earlier that it said making sure that I probably tampons are in public restrooms, or they're accessible, maybe in nurses' office, everywhere, right?
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of efforts towards menstrual equity, because a lot of communities don't have access, and they're
Right.
fucking expensive, right?
They're so expensive.
menstrual
How much is
products.
how much is that box of
Oh
Tampax?
my God, $11, $12, right?
how many-
Eight,
I don't know, I
it's
don't use
expensive.
18. There's 18 in there, it looks like.
Yeah, it's fucking expensive.
Yeah, and some women
So
go
it's like $1 a
through
plug?
Some women go through
Yeah.
a box in a fucking day.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
depending
In a
on their-
day? For real?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
exaggerating?
Depending on their flow, didn't happen to me, but
Yeah.
right?
Like I had endometriosis. I still do, but I had it really. I'd go through maybe 2 of those boxes
in a
they're-
day. or in a cycle.
One in a day, and then it's fucking insane. It's insane.
Yeah,
That's
it's a lot. So
$30 right there.
It sounds like Homeboy is heading up the group that is leading the efforts in this town or municipality, whatever, to, I guess, change policy or whatever the fuck they do. But that's what it sounds like. So it's like equal access and equanimity with.
Oh wait!
You're gonna love the word. Did you read it? Did you read the word?
Mr. Grant will also discuss issues around menopause as part of his role. Okay, we need to. This is fucking
Wait, hold on.
ridiculous.
You missed the best part, though. Another line on this. The job advert said the suitable candidate needed a, quote, successful track record of engaging and empowering a large range of people from a diverse range of cultural and socioeconomic backgrounds, in particular, young people who menstruate.
What in
young
the
people.
fuck? Why does he have a track record of that?
Young people.
Well,
Not young
you know,
women.
every box on that shelf right there in this article was invented pretty much by a fucking man.
Well, they're smarter. I mean, let's be real for a
They're
second.
not. Have you heard of toxic shock syndrome? Get it together. Figure out something.
But that
that's not
doesn't
gonna do
affect
that.
us,
There's
you know?
another.
Doesn't affect us.
I befriended these two girls. They're sisters, and they live
hot?
here now, but they're from Michigan. Yeah, they're very cute.
They're 9.
And they created the
Always ask first, or you're not learning your fucking lesson.
period panties are called, which I hate the fucking word
Panties.
Panties. I hate that word so
like the
much.
thinks.
Yeah, and I don't know how exactly they work, but I don't think I could wear them.
Yeah,
just
I'm not
'cause-
there yet.
But that soaks everything. Well, okay, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but like you don't
I don't
feel it.
understand
It's
it.
not like a
Yeah,
diaper.
it like it
there's a
soaks
few.
it in.
There's a few on the market right now.
What were you saying?
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, period. This is ridiculous. There are lots of women out there that need jobs. I'm sure in Teesdale, England. Thank you.
No government
Thank
involvement. Yeah, I thought that was a little crazy.
That's some bullshit.
If you guys have some wild stories, please send them to myself or Heidi or to the Rare Form Instagram.
It just reminds me of that. Like we talked about a few, maybe a couple months ago. There's the transgender women. I don't even think they were transgender, but the men are on the boxes of tampons.
No.
Yeah, and I was
Shit,
really,
yeah.
I got
yeah.
yeah.
You showed us this.
There was one of our listeners who I adore, and I can't
Just
remember.
one of them? I adore all of you.
Can't remember his name.
Nick.
Nick Phillips.
Again, watch the Patreon.
Nick. And he's transgender, and he even agrees. He's like, that's ridiculous. So like, it was ridiculous. But they were saying like, oh, it's not fair that we're not included just because we don't get our periods. That's not fair to us.
It is fair.
But you don't get them.
Yeah.
I don't want to be on your fucking jockstrap box.
Right.
Yeah, like I
I'm
did.
good.
It's I don't.
I don't have a
understand
penis. I
it.
can't relate to needing to cover.
It's a
it.
very weird
Cool.
thing. Like
I'm
I
good.
just the idea of inclusion is great, but not in everything.
Right, but it's actually coming to a head. It's coming. People are done with it. Look at over in Italy now, who they for the first time since Mussolini, it was a landslide. They what do you call it? They not.
Well, Mussolini is
invited.
not a good thing.
No, no, but like for the first time, it's a conservative. She's fucking amazing, and she's all about like family and country, and some of the stuff she talks about is so great. But she's done with all the craziness that's happening. But people, especially people over here, are talking about it over there, saying this is like Mussolini. This is like, and she's like, what are you talking about? It's never gonna be like fucking Mussolini. Plus, landslide, like majority of Italians. She's the new prime minister.
Okay.
And if you hear her speak, it's beautiful. Like it's
When you say she's all about family, what does that mean?
she's very religious, but not in a like a like
Yeah.
like crazy, but she's very much about like morals, and I don't know, she's just
that
from
worries me a little, but
what I see, I think it's great. I think she's great, and it's
I love people being
yeah.
done with the bullshit. We
Yeah,
gotta,
and she's done. Like she's like, okay, enough.
Yeah.
Like this would be like, no, that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
We used to be able to be like, okay, we're not doing this. You know,
Yeah.
but now it's like, well, let's talk about it. Maybe we should
Right.
have a male dignity period officer.
Listen, one of the things I could go on and on about is that my little niece is in the 4th grade. There is a book now in their fucking school that talks about sex. For 4th fucking graders. She's 9 years old. She does not need to know anything about that. And people are like, oh, well, she'll learn about. She doesn't need to know anything about. It's I told my sister to get it. It's just talking about sex and about
I mean, kids are having sex way younger than we did.
fantastic, but you don't need to teach my little niece about it. You don't need to have it in school. I'm sorry,
I mean,
you just
you
don't.
should be learning safe sex like earlier
In the
than
4th
we
grade?
did.
3rd grade?
People are fucking in 6th grade when I was young. Yeah, I
Great,
was
but there was sex ed in the 6th grade or 7th grade or whenever it starts.
right.
But when you're still a little baby, like a little girl, like she doesn't know any of that stuff.
You don't. I don't know if you know that though. You would be when was like 10 years old. He was looking at horrendous porn stuff. With the internet, it's sort of naive to think that like a little kid is innocent anymore.
Well,
like,
my
they're just
sister
not. They're
has
just
a
not.
block on it, so you can't look up like.
Our friends don't though. Not all of our friends do. You know, the access is there.
Okay, then that's fine. Then that's fine.
It also depends on how deep the class is going, right?
But in school, that's enough. Wait until the sixth grade then. If that's what you want to do and kids are, I understand that it's a different time.
Yeah.
But kindergarten through fifth grade, leave it alone. And if I sound like fucking a weirdo from Florida, that's like, then fine. But that's actually, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And that's
Fair.
That's where I'm not a prude, but that's where I draw the line.
Do you know
these children are tiny and their minds are so pure, and then all of a sudden they're like inundated with all this like fucking sex and what does that mean? And
I do wonder about the purity. Like you just said, their minds are pure. I think that at a time that was true. I don't know if that's true anymore with
I do,
with
because
the
I see my
access.
niece and I see her little friends and I've hung out with them and they're so innocent.
I
That's why
understand.
people who abuse kids and animals, I just want to fucking.
Oh, well,
They
that's
just
a
need to
totally
be
different thing. I
shot
think we all
off
agree
it.
on that.
But they're pure they're children, unless they live in a household where their older brothers and sisters, they see everything, which
Well,
there's a
I
lot of
know
them that do.
I behaved so much differently in front of my aunts and uncles than I did around my friends when no adults were around.
Right.
You know, I can turn
But,
on
like,
that like
what
sweet
age,
little boy.
though?
I mean, I act different now, and I'm 42.
No, but like,
I'm
what
like, can
age
I have
are you
some milk, Mom? Can I have some cheese again, please? Dan, what's wrong with you? Chocolate milk. I've been a good boy all day, Mom. Can you put on Toy Story 2 again? I love Woody and Buzz Lightyear.
It's actually true.
Buzz Lightyear is my hero. I love him so much. I want to grow up and be just like him.
And then you go home and you're like, let's see, Pornhub,
Yeah, cut his fucking head off.
scat, and want to see him scat, and then his fingers chopped off and shoved up his butthole.
My mom's calling. Hello, Mommy. I love you too, Mom. I miss you so much. I'll see you at Christmas. That's what I mean. You can turn it on, turn it off.
That's true. I'm just saying, just leave it alone in the school. Come on.
Fair enough. Do you know if any of the, or does your sister know, do any of the parents like back that initiative?
Yeah,
Some do.
a lot.
Is it split? Is it like,
No, majority of them do
are okay with
they're
teaching
so.
sex ed?
Oh no, no. Majority of them don't like that is happening.
Okay.
In the school.
Okay.
With that age, with the older ones, of course, because everything's changed. Like, I mean, my boyfriend's kids are 14 or they're 15 and 14 they're having sex. What? Like, that's crazy to me.
I
But
did at 15.
but like, that's normal. So I understand, like in middle school, I think that's when we had sex ed, I think, like in the 6th, 7th grade, I think.
grew up with a nurse practitioner and OBGYN, so I had sex ed since I was like 3. But
Oh,
in
wow.
school, so I don't remember. And I don't
Yeah.
remember when it happened.
I'm
in
going to
school.
Google.
Yeah, I don't
I think
know.
it's 6th grade.
I'm going to look up the
7th grade.
average age of kids losing virginity in America
Oh,
now.
I'm gonna throw up.
What do we think?
12.
I'm gonna say 14.
I'm going to say 15. 12, 14, 15.
I'm probably
I was 20.
exaggerating. Really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
20. And then I went crazy. And then I was a slut. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I started young and stayed a slut until this one. Just kidding.
The average age of virginity loss for American men is 16.9 years old.
That
The
seems
average
old.
age for American women is 17.2 years old.
Wow.
The percentage of Americans who have never had sex is consistently higher for young women than young men between ages 15 and 18.
Interesting.
Weird
They're lying.
statistics, yeah. I don't buy any of that.
They're
shit.
lying. They think they're gonna tell their moms.
Yeah, I would knock a couple years off of each of those. Maybe.
Yeah,
I would 100%.
Yeah.
That's just.
So-
I mean,
From the stuff I hear, listen, the stuff I hear
Right.
from these kids, it's insane.
Yeah.
And then I go to the high schools here, and I'll drop off the kids, and I'll like look and be like, is that a mom? And it's a fucking
kid.
junior who looks like she's like.
100%.
Also,
Yeah.
by this, young men are having like sex early, like younger than the women are. So are the boys having sex with older girls? I have a handful of friends who were having sex
Maybe.
with their older sister's friends.
Oh, maybe.
And
I remember when I was older, like I was 17. My best friend's brother must have been 15, and I had such a crush on him, and we liked each other. But nothing happened. But still, like, yeah, like I think that because, well, I mean, girls mature faster, but that doesn't. I don't know
What do we
that
think the age is in the world?
You know what I just
The average age in the world.
I don't even
of
wanna
virginity?
Well,
I'm gonna stick with 14.
And you have to factor in the countries where like
9.
you don't have a choice.
I know, so I'm like 9.
You think, but the average worldwide,
14.
Oh, yeah, sure. I think.
14.
No, I'm gonna
Just-
say the world 12.
I don't know. Yeah, I think 14 could be a safe number. I don't know.
Thinking about like Africa.
I know
and-
it's like.
When do people lose their virginity across the world? Even though 16 is a bit young for people to lose their virginity, other countries have conducted surveys and found that the vast majority of people lose their virginity between the age of 17 and 20.
These are
Okay.
some skewed ass statistics.
I was
though.
20. I was
And then
just-
like, does this also factor in stuff that's like against your will, whether you're a
Right.
boy or a
Oh,
girl? You know,
And like, who are the specimens of this? Who's in the
I
pool?
mean, any poll.
you know
I
what I
mean,
just remembered,
But is it
you
like
guys?
statistics?
What'd you remember?
I just remembered when I was 17, maybe. Oh my God, I just remembered this. And it was in Wisconsin, and I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, so I was still a Jehovah's Witness at that time. And I was friends with this other Jehovah's Witness girl, and we worked at Ponderosa.
Oh, that's the place that you
My
loved?
favorite fucking
Salad
place
bar.
ever, the
Love
salad
the salad,
bar
and
with
I
the
was-
mac and cheese, the shells.
I
Oh,
was the
God.
salad bar girl, so I had to I checked you in and I gave you the plates.
Did you guys have a soft serve machine?
Yes, with the sprinkles and stuff. And I still have my Ponderosa thing that says it was my first job ever. I was no,
My God.
You have your name tag? You got to come in
I
and
was-
hang it
my
behind you.
God.
14 when I started there, so I was there for a
Badass.
little bit, yeah.
Badass.
But we met these two guys, and we went to their home, and he was a chiropractor in town, and he must
was
have
he
been
hot?
like
40?
40. And we made out and
Heidi!
no sex, but I remember like dry hump.
Wait, you were
humping or
14
something.
and he was how old?
No, I was like 16, 17. But
And he
that's
was what?
crazy.
How
I
old
just
was he
remember
again?
that. Probably like 38. What a sicko! I just remembered that. He was really cute.
That's pretty fucked.
Wow, I just remembered that. That's gross.
Did he try to have sex with you?
Yeah, of course.
And you were like, no.
I don't remember what I said, but I
was
remember
he
it was.
respectful with your no?
I mean, because I didn't.
That's good. I mean, there's a lot of problems in this, but at least wasn't like forceful and shitty.
And was I here when I remembered? I was probably
Do you remember the time?
same age, and I went to Texas to visit my family's friends there, and I must have been 17 or 18 with this other guy, so that's fine. I probably was of age, but still, that's weird and gross. But in Texas, I went to a frat party with this girl that I grew up with in grade school. And I remember this was just recently that I remembered all of this. Waking up on a bed in a frat room and a guy like taking off my pants and I was drunk, and I remember like screaming and kicking him off, and he wouldn't get. I had that. I was like, what the fuck? I just remembered. And I sent her a message, and she was like, I totally remember that night. She told me the whole story.
Yeah.
I had no clue. And I remembered it the other, like, isn't that weird how we push those things back?
Of course, that's how your body protects itself. You know,
But,
it's how you stay sane, or maybe you remembered it now because your body is like, we can deal with this now,
Yeah.
or this won't put you in the hospital or something.
Wow, I have issues with, no offense if anybody went to a frat, but for me, it just was, I grew up poor, and like, to me, it was always I'm sure it's not the case, but it was always seemed like it was the rich guys
Well,
who
I
fucking
think that is
was,
the case, is it
right?
not?
Like,
Often.
yeah, there's some that have scholarships, and I understand like aren't from, but a lot of them are.
I've never.
Stupid.
There's no part of me that's ever related to the idea of a frat, and I personally don't get how it seems enjoyable. Maybe if I partied or like raged, I would feel differently, but I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get the idea of like, is it pledging when you are like tortured and
Yeah.
where you're embarrassed in front of your like
Right.
frat brothers?
Right.
or
I
They
whatever?
really
strip
only
you-
know from the movies. Like,
Yeah,
I
the
chose a
same.
school.
Well, if the
that
movie
didn't
if the
have,
movies
like-
are all true, then like
Yeah.
when you're it's pledging, right?
Look at the guys who died
so.
Right.
doing those things. And,
Yeah, of course. I just don't get like you want to, or like even with gangs when they beat you into the gang.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what a
Initiation.
weird, yeah.
But
I
look-
think
look at
pledging
how-
is initiation
It's
for
so
frats.
weird. They strip you down, put honey on you, and then you, like, it's so like homoerotic. Like,
Speaking of that,
you know what I mean? Like, it's this weird. Like, what are you doing?
there's a very famous move of in frats of everyone goes into a room and everyone puts a blindfold on, including the new guys, and there's like a cracker or some kind of food in the middle of on a table, and everyone's told to take out your dicks and you jerk off, and the last person to come on the cracker has to eat the cracker. Or everyone. This is a bonding thing for everybody, so we're all gonna jerk off together in this room. So everyone starts jerking off in quotes, and then all the guys that are already in the frat take off their blindfold, and they leave the guys that are pledging. Like the guys in the blindfold, the guys who are already in the frat house don't jerk off. So they take it off and they watch the new guy jerk off. So when he takes it off, he's embarrassed because he's the only one jerking off. So this thing of like humiliating someone
it's-
to join, and
it's
then
disturbing.
and then if that guy who's now embarrassed, when he's in the frat for a couple of years, then it becomes his turn to be the guy embarrassing. So it's a cycle that goes over and over and over again.
But that's-
because like if I was embarrassed, I'm gonna make sure you're embarrassed. too.
Imagine what they do in their life then. What they how they treat their girlfriends or their
Probably
I just think
not
it's
great.
So disgusting. That whole, and there's so many of them. Like, it's so disturbing. It's like American Psycho disturbing.
Yeah.
But what is that word? It's homoerotic. What
Homoerotic.
does that mean? That's like
It's when you're. I mean, you're doing sort of gay acts, but you consider yourself a straight man. But
That's homoerotic,
It's like,
right?
well,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's like it's sort of it's
still
very,
a word that we
Well, it's like
that I
let's
mean
go to the
it's
death.
that I can
Let's go to
say,
the death.
right? Like I felt bad now
Of
that I
course.
just said it. I'm like, wait.
I think so.
What's the definition of homoerotic?
Homoerotic means concerning or arousing sexual desire centered on a person of the same sex.
Oh,
So I mean, it's like the
Also, it
it's-
can be women
well, it
too,
could
but
be.
women don't do that.
well, it also could be gay. Two gay.
Yeah, and it's like the guys that are macho and they're like, I'm not gay, and they push it down. They're angry and like because they are probably have those feelings and
Or when drunk dudes decide to wrestle, it's like, well, that's a little bit homoerotic too.
yeah,
Dude,
totally.
bro, let's fucking get on each other and let's sweat on each other's mouths. You and me, just for 45 minutes alone. Don't come. Don't come, you queer. Don't you dare.
I love men and
Men.
patriarchy. It's great.
My God.
Where do we go from here?
Do you guys want to wrap up with some staggering information?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you guys want to talk about how much certain athletes make per social media post?
No, I kind of don't. I'm just gonna make me throw up.
Don't
Go-
cheat, Heidi.
sure.
Don't cheat.
I can't see that far away.
So soccer players make. I mean, they're the highest paid athletes in the world, which doesn't make sense
Soccer
to Americans.
players are?
We don't watch it really in America, so
I
we
watch
can't.
a lot of
but
soccer.
Americans as a whole
Right.
don't really connect to
Right.
soccer.
It is getting bigger though. just so you
That's
guys
true.
know.
That's true.
Yeah.
The
The World
trying to
Cup
think of,
is next month.
trying to think of names of guys. So David Beckham,
Mm-hmm.
per social media post, makes $247,763. So every time he posts for like, 10 packs because he's a dignity officer, he makes that much. LeBron James, $428,601 on average per social media post for a company.
This is so depressing.
I mean, because he needs it.
He's the next up from David Beckham.
Poor guy.
Let's jump up to Dwayne The Rock Johnson. $1 million
For a post?
just to be like, hey, I always use Brawny paper towels because that's the shit.
Do you know
$1 million
he
bucks,
went
cha-ching.
to high school with my boyfriend, and he's got great stories about him. But you fucking kidding me? $1 million?
$1 million. And we're not done yet. Let's jump to the top. Cristiano Ronaldo, who is so Leo Messi is another soccer player, one of the biggest in the
love
world,
Messi.
also $1 million.
I think he just retired too.
I believe he did. Cristiano Ronaldo,
Love him.
maybe the highest paid athlete in the world, maybe one of the best soccer players to ever live.
Super hot.
Very, very hot. Those soccer players have the body.
Sorry.
Total. That was my beautiful wife moaning to the idea of soccer players.
Listen, you want the Iranian team, the Iranian soccer
I mean, they're all the
team,
same bodies.
Just have a gander at the Iranian team because
I'll take the Italians. Thank you.
Back.
So Cristiano Ronaldo, you should look him up. Look him up on your phone
Okay.
right
Yeah,
now.
he's-
And try not to squirt on the screen.
Stop it.
So-
You're going to have to spell that shit for me.
Cristiano, it's a CRIS Tiano.
Patreon.com.
Heidi lost it again.
Oh, it's the first one that popped up.
Yeah, he's very good looking.
Da-na-na.
He might be your new beef treat. No. She likes
look at the-
surfer
let me look
bodies and skate
let
bodies.
me.
He's
So
gorgeous, but he's not at
before
that
we get
level
straight
for
too
me.
far,
Oh,
he makes $2 million per social media post.
Stop it.
Maybe I should
and
like
that's
him more.
and that's per post. Like if you
Ridiculous.
that's not even just a campaign. Like one post, 2 million. Let's see.
It's ridiculous.
All of his photos, like he looks so different in each.
Don't look, but how many Instagram followers do you think that Ronaldo has?
Ronaldo?
followers. What's good?
I mean,
I'm gonna say he has.
I have 3,000. That's not good.
150 million.
Million?
Yeah, because he's like all over the world. People love him.
I don't know. I'm not. Who's
just-
another good? Oh wait, you said Iranian, right?
I just want.
Holy fucking shit!
I just want you to go through. That's the Iranian.
Oh, that's what I was just Googling. Okay.
Soccer team. I just want you to scroll through and zoom in real quick. at
Oh,
these
this one
people.
looks like Aaron Rodgers. The one in the back, in the middle, a little bit. Aaron Rodgers has beat Tom Brady the other day, by the way.
Thank God.
I
I'm
don't-
sorry.
I don't like that, but that's
I'm
probably a
glad
good
they-
game.
I'm glad
Yeah,
they
I'm
won.
sure.
Oh wow.
It's every one of them. That's those. Those aren't even good pictures of them. It's insanity.
What was your guess for how many followers Ronaldo has on Instagram?
150 million.
That's a lot. Okay, 150. What do you think?
I have 0. I don't know what's good.
It's make it even funnier. What do you think?
Cool. 500 million.
483 million.
Oh
She
fuck!
was
I
closer.
was like close.
Holy shit.
Wow.
483 million.
How many does Kim Kardashian have?
I think Ronaldo has more. Let's see.
Wait, did we talk about the Ray J
What?
Oh,
thing?
I don't think
No,
we
but
did.
number 4 is
He
my
has
favorite.
Number 4.
he has
Yeah.
well over 100 million more than Kim does.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Followers. Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. Has a Kim? That man has.
Ronaldo has more than Kim
Yeah,
K.
because he's like, I mean,
129 million more than she
more.
does.
because that's also every soccer boy in the United States that plays soccer, they follow him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's
I mean,
boys and
he
girls
is like,
and-
if I feel like well, no, because basketball is nothing like soccer. But if Michael Jordan had Instagram,
yeah.
Actually, I wonder how many LeBron has. Maybe over 100 million, right?
I'm gonna say LeBron has
125,
115. I'm gonna say
125.
LeBron has 210.
Darling, do you know who LeBron is?
Yeah.
Okay.
323.
That can't be him. Oh.
323 million.
629,000?
Boring.
No,
Is there
LeBron?
an asterisk? Is there a blue thing next
Yeah,
to
you
him?
got-
No,
shows
but
a
like
blue check.
I'm looking for that, but
Here.
LeBron James. I don't think he has one.
Football.
Hold on, he must. Well, he must if he's
Also,
posting
he's
shit.
so political too. You think he'd be?
Here I have him here. Oh wait, no, that's not.
I don't
No,
think he has an
that's not
Instagram.
him.
He doesn't have an Instagram. But if he did, boy,
like
but
him.
it would be a lot, huh?
I like him now.
Don't be a dork.
No IG. What?
Yeah, I'm a fan of guys that I date not having social media. Like, I'm a huge fan of that,
It means they're hiding
especially
stuff.
because I'm fucking blocked
kidding.
on my boyfriend's Instagram.
That's a new topic.
Which he actually said that he's going to
I remember when this
unblock
happened.
me. He's going to unblock
Oh,
me
what
now.
a gentleman.
It's been 3 years.
3 years?
It's been 3 fucking years.
Okay.
And listen, every girl, just so you guys know that are listening, I'm looking at every woman that you start to date does research on you. And that means they're going to look at your old posts. They're going to look at who commented on them. They're going to look at who you're with or what on Facebook or whatever. Trust me.
Crazy guys do it too.
I'm
sure.
I mean, but it's a little, like, it's a recon. You're doing research on them anyhow. Ray J. So 2 weeks ago on, what's his name? The guy that does the karaoke, the carpool karaoke,
James
Corden.
Corden.
On the show, it had Kris Jenner and Kylie Jenner, and they were promoting. They have a new line of
Of course they do.
what the fuck ever they have. It's Kris Jenner has a line of drinks or I don't know what it is, but of course. So
I'll buy them.
on the show, James Corden had a lie detector test.
Oh, is this how it came out?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So he had this guy giving the lie detector test, which I will explain to you who this man is who gave the lie detector test in a moment. And in it, he's asking these questions. Ha, 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 ha. It's all fucking rigged anyhow because the Kardashians have a hold on a lot of the media too, and they have a lot of what they say, and they have their own paparazzi guys that they call. And I know this for these are facts. Yeah. And so in it, he goes, "Oh, and here's the last question, Kylie. Look at this." And she looked at, like the worst actors ever. And he goes, "Okay, Kris, did you have anything to do with leaking Kim's sex tape?" And she was like, "Absolutely no." But it's so bizarre that came up.
If anyone, by the way, if anyone's living under a rock, Kim Kardashian is only famous because of a sex tape that came out.
Yep.
She was nothing before the
No.
sex tape.
She was the daughter of her dad was one of the lawyers and
Now, for people under a rock, I think we're caught up.
Yeah. So
you.
You fucking love.
and it's always been said that it was leaked, and then one of the guys that leaked it, they sued him for $400 million or something like that. This guy named Steve something.
Jobs.
Truitt? Steve Truitt?
Fucking
Steve Truitt.
Demogorgon Steve Truitt. Hi,
funny.
Steve. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm still sorry about
Whoever
that.
leaked the tape, by the way, thank you.
So
Good.
cut to, that was not me. That was my leg. I didn't fart just now. Cut to, I was going through Instagram, and there's Ray J is the guy that she had the sex tape with, who is Brandy's brother, the singer, and he's fucking hilarious.
Is he?
He's hilarious.
I know nothing of Ray J.
Well, and he sings, I believe, and he has a show, and anyhow. So he's going off on his Instagram live. Like, what the... So what happened is that when all this went down, they blamed him. And in the new episode...
Blamed Ray J for letting the tape get out?
Kind of, but in the new... So there's a new, like the Kardashians, there's a new season on on Hulu, like a whole new
Can't
fucking
wait.
thing. And I actually watched a couple episodes because I had never seen a show ever, and I was like, let me just, because they come into the place I work at. So I was like, let me just watch them. Like I just, because I mean, maybe they are like hard working people.
I do think they are.
They are, but
Yeah.
they got, I mean, they're billionaires. I'd be a fucking hard ass working person. I'd wake up, woo, I have $1 billion. Like
I would stop working hard at $5 million.
get my hair done, your makeup done every day. Can you imagine? You have a trainer at 5 a.m. Fuck, you got a chef. You kidding me?
The trainer sounds terrible.
Oh, it'd be so dreamy. Fuck. So, I forgot what I was saying.
So Ray J's going
I
off on his
watched-
IG Live.
So I watched an episode, and the episode was Kim Kardashian was going to be on SNL, and she was separated from Kanye. And in the scene, she's bawling and crying because somebody has contacted her saying there's more of the sex tape that they're going to show, and it's Ray J. Okay? So that was a lie. And in the scene, they have Kanye say, I got it. And supposedly he went to Ray J and said, I want that. I want the rest of the tape that's there.
This is an SNL sketch?
No, this
Oh.
is on their Kardashian episode.
Okay.
And Kim Kardashian's crying.
Oh, I see, I
It's
see.
never gonna be over. I'm like, oh. She's in like her closet. You kind of feel bad for her, but then you're like, what are they talking? Like, it was this whole convoluted fucking story. So this is why James Corden did this lie detector thing. So cut to Ray J is now spewing the truth because he's like, I have fucking kids and I don't want them to grow up and think that I'm a lie. I lied or I had this like. So he showed all the documents, and what happened is that Kris Jenner.
By the way, for people who are living under a rock, Kris Jenner is Kim Kardashian's mother.
Who was married
I actually
to
know that.
What was his name before he transitioned?
Come on now.
Jenner. Bruce.
Yeah.
But now it's Caitlyn.
Caitlyn.
So this is all true. There were 3
Well, it's
sex
it's
tapes.
true based on allegedly based on Ray J's word.
No, he has fucking documents.
I know, I'm just saying we have to say allegedly.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Allegedly, what I saw,
Which seems very factual.
their documents.
From a person very familiar with the scene.
Yes. She had to pick which tape she wanted to be let out. So Kris Jenner allegedly watched her daughter's sex tapes
Multiple tapes.
and picked out the one in Santa Barbara that they did that made her look in the best light, made her daughter look in the best light. Then they drew up a contract where they each got, I think it was like, I'm wrong on this, allegedly like 40 or 50 grand each. And the Steve guy that supposedly leaked it also signed the documents. So it's all untrue. And Kim K supposedly forged Ray J's signature, and you see it on the thing because he said that they wanted, he was on tour, he wasn't around, and they had to have it speeded up. So that was, and he's
We
so
have a lot of technology that would cover that.
so he's like, that is, I mean, this was a long time,
It's
time
15
ago.
years ago?
Okay.
Oh, 20 years ago?
20 years ago. So, but he said, he brought out all the documents and he's furious. He was going off. And then he showed a text message, just not like recent, like the other day, from Kim that said, hey, can we talk? Of course, they want to talk because they want to pay him to be quiet because it's not.
Hush money.
Yeah. So
2003. So almost 20 years
Wow.
ago.
That's a really long time ago.
And so he was saying too, he's like, it's such bullshit. He's like, I had nothing to do with it. Look at the documents. He showed all the documents, allegedly the documents. He showed all the signatures. The Steve guy that supposedly leaked the tape was actually in on it with them, but they made it seem like he was the bad guy. The Steve Hirsch, his name was. Allegedly Steve Hirsch. And and that's how it started. But and then she actually, I guess, was gonna say like, maybe you should redo the tape or whatever, but she picked. Can you fucking imagine? She went through and watched her daughter's sex tape.
If my mother saw me have sex, first of all, she'd be very impressed, but I would be disgusted.
It's so fucking gross.
Can you
it's
fucking
so
imagine?
Gross.
And your mom being like, "This one's not great. This one's not. Ooh, this one though. This is the winner right here."
And look at, I mean, and hey, kudos to them. They're billionaires now, but the way that they made their money, and I feel really bad for him. And he was just on comedy.
They're already wealthy. That's the thing. They're already a wealthy family.
Exactly.
I mean, but that did catapult Kim, and then it spidered out to the entire family because like they're all like, well, actually, and never mind. I'm not gonna say they're all beautiful women now, and it's worked out for everybody.
If I had millions of dollars, I would be the most drop dead gorgeous girl. I would have my face done, facelifts, my butt done. I'd have
that you wouldn't look good.
But that's what they look like. They all have, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like they have so much money, but anyhow, and there's a few of them that I've seen and met, and they're lovely.
Yeah.
So I don't mean it, but I mean that story came out, and he's pissed, and now he was just on that Comedy Central show. I forget the guy. I think he's a ex-ball player. It's a cute show.
Okay.
He what's his fucking name? But anyhow, so Ray J was just on it, and he said, I can't talk a lot about it because now we're going through lawyers and stuff. Because he's pissed.
Allegedly.
He's pissed.
Yeah. Understandably.
Like allegedly. Because he wants his children to know that he wasn't a piece of
Fair.
shit.
Yeah.
That's good on
I mean, at the moment, without knowing all the facts, I would say I'm Team Ray J.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say it.
You gotta watch some of the live. It's still,
By the way,
still up. It's funny.
That's very ballsy of James Corden to ask that question on a lie detector.
But
that takes a lot of balls to ask that.
But you know that. But the thing is that you know that he already explained to them what was happening. You know, 100% because they.
That who explained what to what?
He told Kris Jenner, of course, because they're all buddies. They're all friends. So you know that he's like, hey, these are the questions. Of course. Oh, then get this. So then the guy that was giving the lie detector test and Ray J actually did the research, knows the guy because the Kardashians have allegedly used him before. He has not had his license in years. Has been, he was not arrested. He was, what do you call that? He was, what do you call that? When not like a malpractice sort of suit. Mm-hmm. Hasn't had his, oh my God.
Conspiracy.
No, it's true. Hold on, wait.
I read it online, so it must be true.
Conspiracy Corner. I have such bad ADD now, I can't think.
I heard it from a friend of a friend of a friend. Conspiracy Corner. This story is real, I can tell by the way that I feel.
So, these are his words. This is the guy they had give Kris Jenke the lie detector test. The network
Jenke?
should be ashamed, and you should too, James Corden. All y'all getting sued for playing with the truth. You all are in trouble. The Kardashians fucked you too because you really thought they were telling the truth, but all of it is a shit show. Watch me expose them slowly and fast. Nothing can stop the rain, Kim. No, Kim. No, Kim. Enough is enough. Wait till they see your handwriting and fingerprints on my contract, and wait until they see your contract you signed the same day as me. You guys should have quit when you were up. But now you will be another American greed story. Clown cakes with a Z. I'm going all night. And this is when he was just like, he was going nuts.
What is your problem? You insensitive asshole.
So this guy, though, that gave them the lie detector test, he had a 2002 conviction because he's not good and he doesn't have his license. So it's funny. It's a whole thing.
I'm into the story.
It's really good.
It's a very messed up way to make your riches.
I think so.
But, use what you got, I guess. And some people use their vaginas.
I mean,
And I'm fine with it.
I wish I would have known back then. I would have done the same.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what's the hindsight?
Hindsight is 2020. But she's also a really good manager. Like she really knew how to like.
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean,
Gross.
get their own show and like. Is it too late to do a sex tape now?
I don't think so. What I wonder what the oldest celebrity sex tape has been.
How old was Pam Anderson?
Like
She was
20
young,
something?
right? Oh, was she?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, we gotta wrap this up.
Did you see Tommy Lee on stage? And he was like, "I'm gonna show my wiener," and then it was the wiener dog.
A little silly. Also, he started an OnlyFans. You know that?
What?
Tommy Lee started an OnlyFans where he's showing his asshole and his cock every day.
How does his wife feel about this? I'd be like,
she's fine with it. You saw her reaction on Instagram. It was pretty funny. I think she's
hilarious.
Don't marry Tommy Lee,
right? And not
if you don't want him to like
Mm-hmm.
talk about show his butthole sometimes.
OnlyFans. I wonder how. I mean,
It's $40 a month.
Does he need the money?
No, but it's $40 a month. Wow. And apparently it's kind of a weak OnlyFans, but he's made a shitload of money so far.
I
and
want
he
to do
shows his dick here and there.
and just
You
show
do?
my feet. There's some weirdos that love feet.
Guarantee you can make money doing that.
Think so?
People are fucking crazy. I don't know anything about your feet. I don't want to. I think your feet may be great, but they're fucking gross.
Yeah, like who? But people are fucking weird.
Comment below on this video if you want Heidi to start an OnlyFeet, and she'll do it. What would you charge a month?
I don't know. What do you do? Like
$4 a month, $5 a month, and then more for custom videos where you're like dipping your toes in mayonnaise, or whatever the fuck people do. I don't know. People are crazy. Like swirling spaghetti. I don't know what people do. Doing laundry.
But I mean, that'd be cool because then you wouldn't have to show any of your. It's a really good idea.
Start an OnlyFeet. See what happens. We gotta go.
Feet. Okay, bye.
I'm not. Well, hold on. I should have ended it there. I don't know. We're not going to do another show together for a while unless we end up trying to do a show in Wisconsin. If you come out, and maybe I'll set up my gear.
I'm coming out.
I know, but if we can do it at the venue that day, that would
Okay.
be great.
Yeah. And I'll have my sister and my niece.
We're recording this on
The day.
what's the date?
27th.
September 27th. I leave for tour tomorrow, and I'll be gone for 2 months about. Wow. And I look forward to seeing you in Wisconsin. I look forward to seeing you on the East Coast, darling. And I look forward to I'm bringing all the gear on the road, so we'll be doing hotel room shows, probably with some of the crew. I've locked up maybe some band members.
What?
I mean, come on, guys. Pretty great.
Today's the greatest.
Not that band.
Just kidding.
But thank you guys for listening. You know where to find us. If you're listening, you have found us. But whatever you don't, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe on Apple. If you're listening on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube. And then, spread it like AIDS. That's what I feel like.
Fucking A,
Oh,
bro.
what?
Maybe
herpes or
maybe- or
something.
COVID?
Yeah, that's not a real thing. Just
Spread
kidding.
it like happiness.
kidding.
How was that?
There you have
Spread it like birdseed.
Spread it like Kim Kardashian.
Oh, or Pam
Sex tape.
Spread it like Kim K.
This is Lola, and I'm here to tell the world to stop being such pussies and listen to Rare Form Radio.